Hello! Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put some pennies into Ashens' hat. Yes, it's that time of year again, but this time by actual popular demand, it's another box of merchandise stuff. Remember last year we did the Ashens box, which was like a box full of Ashens-related guff? Well, that's all sold out and gone forever, so wipe it from your memories. But replace it with the Ashens Bag, if you so desire. Although you still have to go to ashensbox.com to order it, remember that. So why would you want this rather beautiful suede bag held together by cord? Cord and Suede, really good name for an 80s crime-fighting duo. Anyway, why would you want one of these sent to your house and give it as gifts to everybody you ever met? Let me explain by showing off the contents. First up inside, you've probably guessed what this is, I imagine, because it's something every bloody person has wanted, according to my email. An Ashens groat! Here it is in all its groaty glory. Basically, I showed one of these in a video we had made, and then everybody wanted one. I was like, oh, well, we kind of could get some made, but then it would kind of be too expensive to send them as an item, and time for a new merchandise box to make it all worthwhile. In tat we trust, says the beautiful shining bronzen metal. And look, there's a little Vinnie Vole in a pop station and some hands holding a sofa. And it says 2015 in them thar numerals what the Romans did gon use. On the other side is proudly displayed an Ashens logo with the words Ashens groat, just to prove what it is really, and the number 1. The lowest of all the numbers, except those numbers that are smaller. Let's put that back in there for protective purposes. What else have we got? Well, to be honest, we went along the route this time of what I've been suggesting to Loot Crate, and they seem to have finally taken on board, although probably coincidentally, of doing fewer items, but making them nicer. It's the bloody Die of Judgment, or a Die of Judgment, for now there are many. Look. There's Ashens on 3 sides, there's the chef on 2 sides, and the silver skull on 1 side. You remember this, it was in the last video I did. Come on, your memories aren't that short. Now you can have your very own and pass judgment on items of dubious veracity, and then cast them into the pit of eternal fortitude, or whatever it is you have in your house for punishing bad objects. We've all got something, come on, I know what we're like. Now, a little aside. Counters! Remember how games always said use the counters, and all the counters were bloody missing because you bought the game from a charity shop? Well, now you can replace them with these rather fetching Ashens grey and logoed up counters. And yes, the logo is on both sides, because if not, they'd be cheap and rubbish. You can also use them as tiddlywinks, if you particularly enjoy that kind of thing, or like really weird pogs. Collect all 1. They're all the same. There are 10 of them, so you can have 5 each in 2-player games and that kind of stuff. You know how it works. Also, they make this pleasing noise. Oh, it's nothing quite like that, is it? Let's do that again. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Why have I given you specifically 10? Well, I shall tell you after I show you the final item of the bag, and this one is a doozy. My God, the amount of work that went into this you would not believe. Presenting Ashens Playing Cards. Seriously, how cool is that? Yes, an entire pack of Ashens-themed playing cards in this pleasingly distressed-looking box. Yes, it's art. It's not actually old and knackered from the 80s, and it didn't really cost 99p. Ah, such beauty. Art by Ollie Pudland, Michael Gary and Nigel Potter. That's important. Thank you very much for the work you put into this, lads. For yes, this is a particularly beautiful deck of cards. I feel, anyway. It's a little bit wider than most cards as well. We've gone for what I believe is called the poker size, because I prefer that one personally. What are they like inside? Well, I'm glad you may have asked. I don't know. I'm not in your house with you. Here's the backs of them. Again, going for the faux distressed look. Because, you know, if it doesn't look filthy and manky, it's not really Ashens, is it? You've seen that sofa. But the fronts are all clean and sparkly. Because, you know, you don't want them getting messed up when you're playing a game and confusing you, and also some of the art is just too damn nice. So, we've got the old standard cards. They're all the ones you're used to, using the familiar Ashen-style font there. Not actually a font I own or anything, just one I use for the logo like, because it looks a bit like the old Atari one. But it's when we get to the royalty cards, oh my word, the joy really begins. First suit is Spades, which is the mighty Ashens logo style stuff. The Jack is the silver skull. There he is, having a bit of a moment. The Queen is, of course, Chef Excellence. Who else could it possibly be? And the King in name only and only on these cards, tragically, is Ashens himself. Look, there's the logo. That's kind of like me, except I do my beard differently now, but we'll pretend we don't notice that because it's very difficult to change a logo once it's established. And finally, the ace. The onion who is no longer happy. I think that's what it's called. Don't know. I haven't seen many of them in my life. That may be a lie. Next up, the game child suit. The Jack is a different form of Chef Excellence, Jeff, bless him, with his weird blue hat. The Queen is Ashley, pointing a gun and looking a bit dangerously mental. That's kind of what she does. The King is me again. Ha ha! If only that were real. There I am, grasping for the game child at the end of the quest. Well, kind of halfway through the film. Ignore that spoiler if you haven't seen it yet. And the ace is, of course, the game child itself. There it is, being childy and gamey simultaneously. It's like a Game Boy, only not real. I think we've worked that out by now. Now we go on to the Chef Excellence Mysteries animated style deck. Guru Larry there as the Jack, looking very confused. Chef Excellence again as the Queen. Oh, this one's upside down. That's better. I wouldn't want him getting a headache. And there I am again, featuring the King position. I've kept myself as the same card throughout all the suits because it's easier on the brain, innit? And the ace is the mighty Abstruseness Automobile, which is in no way an old Royal Mail van that we stuck a sticker on. Gonna be honest, it may have been. And the final deck is miscellaneous Ashen stuff. We have Knighthood and Decoy as the Jack. Yes, both of them. Dun, 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 dun. Which one's Knighthood? Which one's Decoy? Nobody knows except that one's Knighthood and that one's Decoy. That was easier than I thought. The Queen is, of course, the internet troll. What else could sparkle us with such beauty? Can you believe an artist had to actually paint that? And the King is me again in Ideas Men Get Up. There I am, looking businessy and old. And finally, the ace. And there's two jokers as well. First joker is the Intact We Trust crest from the mighty Ashens Groat. And Vinnie Vole himself rounds it up. Your fault, he says. Many of you may not remember this reference. Why not have a search on the Googletron? You may surprise yourselves. A deck of cards. And now I get to show you my really amazing card trick. You're going to love this. Think of a card. Is it the 10 of clubs? No. Useless. Fortunately, there are other people in Norfolk who are a little bit better at card tricks than I am. And in fact, I got a man called Paradox to do one with this very deck to show them off to you. Roll VT, Errol.
As you can imagine, we have an ordinary deck of 52 Ashens brand playing cards. If you could just take any one out for me, fella.
I want that one.
That one there. And remember it, show it to the audience as well.
Okay, we've got that.
Excellent. So say stop wherever you like for me.
Stop.
There. Excellent. Just stick that in there. Awesome. Now in most card tricks, a magician will try and shuffle the deck of cards. Then try and find your card afterwards, but we'll try it a little bit differently today. We're going to try and get you to find your own card.
Oh.
So just try and follow where you think it is. Try and track that card for me. See if you
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Excellent.
Honest.
Me too, actually, strangely enough. Now, if you could just say stop wherever you like, I guess.
Stop.
There, you sure?
Yep, definitely.
Excellent, okay. So, the Ace of Clubs, was that your card?
No.
Oh. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? What was your card?
It was the 8 of Diamonds.
The 8 of Diamonds. Let me just try a little, just like that, you see. You can actually bring the 8 out. Now, it's kind of strange, huh? Now, let's take that 8. We can actually vanish it again, just like this, you see. It goes. I'm not sure where it ends up, but actually bring that back just with a snap. And the thing is, that's not even the 8. It was the Ace of Clubs the whole time, like I said. But all it takes, one little spin like that, you see.
Wizard, burn him! Bloody hell, how cool was that? No camera trickery or anything, that was all done live in front of me, and flipping amazing it was as well. Thank you, sir. So, that be everything you can get in the mighty Ashens Game Bag. But there is one extra thing. I have actually made my own rules for a game you can play using a deck of cards, a die of judgment, an Ashens Groat, and 10 counters. The game is called Piss Whistle. And you can find the very rules to it in the description below here. And you can also find it on the Ashens box page and various other places. I shall be uploading a gameplay video of it later so you can see how it works if you do fancy playing along. It's not the greatest game in the world, but it's a bit of a laugh. Also, it is specifically designed so that you can actually play it if you don't have this specific bag, because of course you can just substitute that for a normal deck of cards, you can use a normal coin, you can use 10 of, well, anything really, and you can have a normal dice for this and just substitute numbers for the different sides. You see, because I didn't want anybody to feel left out. We are all inclusive in our disappointing card-based games. So there we go. It is available literally now. Go over to ashensbox.com if you fancy one. If you don't fancy one, don't go to that website because it would be totally pointless. I mean, seriously, have you got infinite time or something? It makes no sense. Ah, dear. Oh man, I really want to see another cool magic trick. Let's see another cool magic trick!
So in this one we will use a red ace, which we'll put, if you could just bring your hand up for me here.
Okay.
Perfect. And we'll leave that there. Now I'm a magician, so you probably don't believe I'd put that there, so you can check that if you like. Make sure there's still the ace of hearts, I think.
Okay, I believe you now.
Okay, excellent. And we've also got the sad onion, of course, ace of spades, which we will be swapping. And I'll basically teach you how I do this. The move is like this, but really, really fast, okay?
Okay.
We'll try it as fast as we can. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Now,
Bloody hell.
without turning them over, would you say the black ace is on the top or on the bottom?
I think the black ace is on the top.
Okay, let's have a look. Just flip them both over for me.
Okay.
And, oh, they're both